So here we are asked to solve the simultaneous equations below. X plus y is equal to 11, and log x to the base 10 plus log y to the base 10 is equal to 1. So here, let's write the equations down. So we have x plus y is equal to 11. Take this as equation 1. Then write the second one, log of x to base 10 plus log of y to base 10 is equal to 1. For this equation, this is logarithmic equation, we need to change it or simplify it into a linear equation like this. And so to do that, we are going to apply the concept of logarithm. And one of the concepts is that if you have log of a to the base x plus log of b to the same base x, this should be equal to log of multiplying the a by b. So a times b will give you ab to the same base x. And so that's the concept that we're going to apply here. So we'll apply the concept here. This will be log of x times y, xy to base 10 is equal to 1. Now from here, we apply the definition of logarithm. And the definition that if you have log of a to base x, and this is equal to, let's say, b, then this will be the same as a being equal to x to the power b. And so apply the concept, the definition of log here, this will give you x, y being equal to 10 to the power 1. X, y being equal to 10 to the power 1. So this one will be xy is equal to, you know that any number to the power 1 is the same number. So 10 to the power 1 will give us 10. So this gives us equation 2. So now we can solve equation 1 and 2 simultaneously. To solve equation 1 and 2 simultaneously, we choose the suitable method. So here we're going to use substitution method. So first of all, we make one of the variables the subject in equation 1. Let's say x. So let's make x the subject in equation 1. So we make x the subject in 1. So we make x the subject in 1, equation 1. We all know that equation 1, you know that equation 1 is x plus y being equal to 11. So if you have to make x the subject, this will be x is equal to 11 minus y. So this we can label as equation 3. Then we substitute equation 3 into equation 2. So 3 into 2. 3 into 2. We know that our equation 2 is xy is equal to 10. This is our equation 2. So wherever you see x, you put 11 minus y there. So this will give us 11 minus y is equal to 10. So 11 minus y, we already have y here, so times y is equal to 10. So you have substituted equation 3 into equation 2. So then you simplify it by expanding. So y times 11 will give you 11y. Then y times negative y will give you minus y squared is equal to 10. Then this one, if you transpose this side to this side, you're going to have 0 is equal to 10 minus 11y plus y squared. If you transpose everything to this side, because you see that this one is a quadratic in y, it gives you quadratic in y. So you transpose everything here to this side. And this one is positive, so if you transpose, it becomes negative 11y. This is negative, it becomes positive y squared. This one can also be written, if you rearrange it, this one can also be written as y squared minus 11y plus 10 is equal to 0. This is the same. You have not changed anything there. So having done that, then you don't solve for y. Well, this is quadratic in y, so you factorize it. Apply any of the method of factorizing quadratic equation to solve for y. So we use the factorization method. So using factorization method, we will have y squared minus 10y minus y plus 10 is equal to 0. If you are to apply the factorization method, minus 10y minus y will give you minus 11y. So that is what we have. we have done there. So having done that, then we don't factorize common factors. So here, the common factor here is y. So factorize y out. So we have y bracket open. Now if you take y out from here, if you factorize y out from here, it will end with y minus, then you factorize y out from here, it will end with 10. Then here, the common factor here is minus 1. Minus 1. Don't forget, whatever will be left after factorizing the common factor out from the first two terms, it should be the same thing that will be left here. So to be left with negative 10 here, you need to factorize our negative 1 from these two terms, the second two terms. So the common factor there is negative 1. So negative 1 out, bracket open, here we end with y minus 10 is equal to 0. Now, at this point, you realize that at this term, or here, the common factor here is y minus 10, here to y minus 10. So factorize y minus 10 out. Now, factorizing y minus 10 out, we should factorize y minus 10 out of this term and that term. Here, what is going to be left will be y. Here, what will be left will be negative 1. So, you have y minus 1 left here being equal to 0. So this is what you are going to have. Then here, what it means is that it's either y minus 10 is equal to 0 or y minus 1 is equal to 0. It's either y minus 10 is equal to 0 or y minus 1 is equal to 0. So solving for y, here will be y is equal to 10. Or then the other side, y will be equal to positive 1. But here we are solving for x and y. So we have found our values of y. So we then use it to find the value of x. We can substitute it into any of the equations that we have found earlier. And so we can decide, you choose which of the equation you want to substitute it in. So here we are going to substitute the values of y here into equation 3. So we know that from equation 3, our x is equal to 11 minus y. From equation 3, our x is equal to 11 minus y. So because our x is equal to 11 minus y, but here we have two values of y, then we are going to see add y is equal to 10, and y is equal to the first value 10. Then what it means is that our x will be equal to, let me write it here, our x will be equal to 11 minus, so where you see y in the equation 3, put 10, so you have 10. And so here our x will be equal to 1. So if y is 10, x will be 1. Then the other side, add y is equal to 1. And y is equal to 1 using same equation 3. Then our x will be equal to 11 minus, where you see y, put the 1 there, so we have 1. And so our x will be equal to 11 minus 1 will be 10. And so therefore your x is equal to your y is equal to 10. That is, if your y is equal to 10, your x will be 1. If your y is 1, your x will be 10. Invariable, the solution set to this question is 1 and 10. Or the answers to these two equations is 1 and 10. Subscribe, share, and continue to enjoy interesting videos on this page. Thank you for watching.